Underdawgs Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jock Cowden. The most known unknown will realize.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Everybody's plotting on their downfall and maybe not expecting them to win, but they come out on top anyway.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
We're gonna work hard. We're gonna stay dedicated. We're gonna be motivated.
I don't know. Being an underdog is probably more of a compliment for me.
Out of sight, out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking this scripture just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
If you move like keeping it peach and keeping it real, like that's an underdog.
Surpass those long expectations. You're able to keep going no matter what.
You want to keep setting an example for people to follow. So the underdog isn't the loser.
Underdog is really honing in on your talents, dog. Don't let the compliments get you high.
But as an underdog, all you got is you. That's when you at your peers. You have to go through that phase so that you can be prepared for what's coming your way.
Yo, what it do, good people? It's your host Fleetwood JR, man. We back at it again, man. Season 9, episode 16. Y'all already know how we coming, man. Building the culture. Featuring Doctor Freon, founder of 98 Entertainment, man. Before we get him in here, we got to show y'all what's going on. Y'all already know how we give it and we like to do over here, man. This Slade.
Seas now look hella treetops. Frozen shit nice, hit the ice wall. Look how she move, that's a power of a dollar.
What's up, Doc? Mr. Freon has arrived. Kendall has been what you talking about?
Snow quarter than a snowman in igloo. 2 bad bitches and they twins called Fulu. Damn, watch how they bounce that. I was down bad, watch how I bounce back. Big trucks in the south just like a track. Been playing seas now, look hella treetops. Frozen shit nice, hit the ice wall. Look how she moved, that's a power of a dollar. Ran out of wood, so we run around a poncho. Working every day, gotta run it up pronto. Stuck beside my nigga, we still shot that back though. Freon say the standards go down, how did that go? New man, Dave, freeze a woman, make it hella fro. Beat it from the back, wash it good like a cantaloupe. We can't get married, baby girl, and we can't alone. One night, shawty, maybe more if you got the soul. Blue slave round my neck is a gold roll. Her 30 nigga, that's a Roxy, you off the dough. I'm a double nigga, bet you choke if you bring your smoke. Drippin', thunderstorm, sip with that raincoat. If she don't wanna fuck, bitch, get out the door. Cause your friend gon' wanna stay shorty, you gotta go. Now call that black bush shit, let me try the bow. Frozen game swarm, we keep it cold in the fucking know. Nah, nigga, shit, I slice right through them gates. Mask on my face with a blade, I feel like Slade. Straight poker face when I call a spade a spade. Slipping and you tripping, shit, I caught you, baby, Slade.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know, man. That was Slade. Y'all can go check that out on YouTube for sure. We ain't gonna waste no more time, man. We gonna go on and bring him in the right way, how we do it over here. Yo.
Hey, Frozen, man. It's cold, dog, man. Hey, what's up?
Hey. That bit was slinging, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It gave me
Breach.
a whole Detroit vibe. You feel me?
Tight.
Real talk.
You know what's crazy? I sampled some Detroit shit. That shit was old, bro. Like 2022 or 21 is when I made that and dropped it and shit. I chose that one on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I chose that one on purpose, bro. For sure. I did everything myself. I made the beat, engineered it. You know what I'm saying? I threw a little release tour for the shit. Like, I super DIY'd the project. I wanted to show myself what I could do. The name of the project was called Golden Ticket. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nah, that real, bro. You said a mouthful already. You said I made the beat. Like, how many artists can say that for real that they made the beats and they, you know, that's
engineered
a lot right
it,
there, man. That's Nah, for real, because that's you will walk around, you a powerhouse and win. You know what I mean? Because you ain't gotta go over here and have them do this and do all that. You can do it all in one time.
I do it because I like music is my social drug of choice. I always feel like the best hits are collaborated. So like I like rapping on other people's beats and shit. But if I didn't have a choice, I do everything myself.
Yo. Nah, real. In-house is the best thing you can do. You know, for real.
For real.
Well, I say, brother, it's an honor to have you on the platform today. You built a name for yourself as an entrepreneur, visionary, connector, and the founder of 98 Entertainment. It started as an idea, has evolved into a platform that's creating opportunities, building relationships, and helping cultivate talent. Um, but like I say, first and foremost, for those who may be meeting you for the first time, hearing you on our platform, introduce yourself and tell us who is Dr. Freon today.
So shit. I'm Dr. Freon, founder of 98 at the core. Really, I'm like a builder, whether it's artists, events, tours, businesses, or relationships. I've always been passionate about creating opportunities where they don't already exist for real. You know what I'm saying? Finding the want and the need in the now. Today, 98 Entertainment has become a platform that helps like artists connect, grow, gain real world experience and shit. But I'm still like the same person focused on bringing people together and helping them level up.
Nah, most definitely, bro. You know what I mean? You understand, like, building people up around you, you know what I mean? Rather than, you be the only one, that have the motion going on. You
For
gotta
real,
just,
man.
you shed light on others. For real.
Sometimes you
That's
might
how
need a
you light up a
kickstand.
whole stadium when yeah. That's why I say that's how you light up a whole stadium rather than being just a candle lit, you know what I mean? For real.
Hey, now
So
that's hard. I ain't never heard it like that. That's hard. That's a bar, bruh.
I, bro, I be thinking like that, man. You know what I mean? That's just the art, the creative in me. You know what I mean? But that's real though, bro. You know what I mean? It's like you really the candle walking through the crowd. You know what I mean? While it's pitch black dark. You know what I mean? Or would you rather have a whole, like I say, a stadium lit? You feel me? It's a
Rather have a
difference.
stadium lit.
Real talk, man. That's how you win in life in general. You can't be the only one with the light. Yeah. So, how would those closest to you describe you outside the business of music?
I would say driven, resourceful. I'm usually the person trying to like figure it out, how to make something happen instead of explaining why it can't happen type shit. I'm also someone who genuinely cares about like my people in my circle. I want to see everybody around me win. So, like I said, like genuine and resourceful type shit. Driven.
Nah, for real. So, what kind of energy you bring, into a room when you walk in?
The energy of possibility. I want to feel like anyone and everyone can feel like something productive can happen while we're together. Whether it's connection, an idea, collaboration, or maybe if I just give a little motivation and shit. Cause steel sharpens steel. If I could motivate them, they could probably motivate me back.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you definitely understand the fundamentals of that. You know what I mean? Iron sharpen iron, for real.
For real.
You can't do this by yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when people leave your presence too, what's one thing you hope they remember about every interaction? Because you be in settings where you might be, in one city one day at a spot doing an event, and you just not meeting somebody for the first time.
Shit. I honestly, I would feel like the that you can make it happen, the make it happen, the can do attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like if with the interaction, what they could leave from it is like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it can happen, it will happen, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're manifesting.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's real, bro. So, even looking back over, last year, and we only halfway into this year, you know what I mean? Like, how would you describe this chapter of your life right now?
Expansion. Expansion. I'm working on expanding everything, the assets, you know what I'm saying, growing the reach, improving the systems that I've been trying to build, building stronger partnerships and creating more opportunities for artists than ever, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, what were some of your biggest wins personally, or professionally?
I would say, because as an entrepreneur, there's so many W's, but just there's probably equally or even more else, you know. So professionally, I would say in my eyes, seeing 98 Entertainment continue to expand across like multiple cities consistently through like tours, showcases, developing artists and stuff like that. We have like a consistent base in Orlando, Atlanta, Austin, a few other cities and stuff like that we're in. Not as heavy as we used to be, but from the inception of 98 to now, I've kept it up in a few places to where, okay, we have artists in these cities as part of the label and stuff, and we have a little bit of structure and system going on there. So I would say that as a very professional W as a DIY company. That's, you know what I'm saying, all in house.
Nah, real talk. And one thing you did say though, as an entrepreneur, you know, it come with them errors, but it's like it's way more. How can I say? You learn a lot. You know what I mean? When you're managing something by yourself, or you know you doing something that you created, it's gonna be a lot of errors. But at the same time, it's almost like you pick up so much. You know, I call it lessons. I don't even call it errors. I call it
Yeah.
lessons, bro, because there's so much to gain because you taking so many risks. You know.
Right. Yeah, no, that's why personally I'd say it's led me to from failing is letting me to trust myself more as a leader and understanding that growth sometimes mean like letting go of control and building a stronger team, you know, because now I'm in the phases of that of where you can only do so much controlling everything yourself. Building a community, the community needs
Yeah.
to be a part of it.
Nah, real talk.
Hmm.
So, what lessons did you learn that changed your perspective though?
Consistency, man. Consistency, 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 bro. Like, consistency beats talent over time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have talent, but very few have discipline. And I'm not speaking from,
Yeah.
I'm the most disciplined person. I'm speaking from, like, shit, I want to be the most disciplined person, bro. For real, for real. Like, I've learned that showing up repeatedly really creates opportunities that motivation alone never will.
Nah, you said it loud there, bro. You know what I mean? That's really hitting it on the head right there. You know, a lot of people have talent, but they're not really so much dedicated. You know, they got to stay
What?
down.
Gotta stay down and come up.
So yeah, for real. And it's just having patience because you just don't know. You don't know that part. All you can know is how much you putting into it.
Right.
Uh, so was there a specific moment where you realized the vision for 98 Entertainment was becoming reality?
Hmm. That's that one. That's a good question right there. Like, when artists started like reaching out, not just to like perform, but because they viewed like 98 as a legitimate pathway to grow type shit. Like once people started believing in the vision without me having to like over explain shit and be like, this is what we doing, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I knew we were building something real. To where it's like people are tapping in because they could see the results or they heard it through the grapevine or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Impact.
Nah, for real. If that ain't no confirmation. For real. Yeah, impact for real. That's how hard you hit it. That's how hard you hit the nail. For real.
Yeah.
Real talk. So, what are you bringing into the next season that you didn't have before? You know,
Number one, more structure. Like this year, I've done a lot less than I usually do when it comes to throwing shows, just everything. And it's because I'm being more patient, structuring everything more and whatnot.
but hey, man, we gonna start it from the origin, though, bro. You know what I mean? Take us back to the beginning. You know, first off, you know where you're from. You know what it was like growing up where you were from, and you know what I mean, like what made you, you know, go the route you went, you know, today.
Shit. So where I'm from,
Mm-hmm.
from Orlando, from East Orlando. And
that's home team.
home team. Yeah. So shit, I had a growing up origin story. Honestly, to sum it up quickly, you know, out of necessity, I lost my parents at a young age. Both of them passed away a couple months apart. And it forced me to become independent quickly, you know, very early. I had a lot of siblings, and you know, being someone growing up still flourishing, doing your own thing, it's hard for you to support a child. You know what I'm saying? Especially even if you have a child too already, you know? So I learned quickly that if I wanted something, I needed to figure out how to create it or get it for myself. Long story short.
Yeah, so, who would you say, what I'm saying, that inspires you, or at least, just in general, like what kind of cut that light on for you, you know what I'm saying, to even go the entrepreneur way, like to have that mindset?
Um, I I I feel like both my parents, uh, partially, aside from like the independent artists and entrepreneurs who created their own lanes, like 50 Cent
Yeah.
and a few others. Um, Seeing people create opportunities without waiting for permission really showed me that success doesn't always come through like traditional routes. My mom was an immigrant. Um, my pops was an old school kind of guy. Let's just say if he was alive today, he'd be almost 90.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they showed me there's untraditional routes to really go get it, and traditional routes too. So I decided to really go down that route. The music side, like the passion really comes from my bad, bro. I'm rolling up. The
Good,
music
bro.
passion really comes from being put into music at a young age. I was a bad kid, and one of the things my parents tried to do for me to slow down was put me in piano lessons. At first, I hated that shit. I was like, "This lame as hell. I wear this lame ass suit. I hope no one see me." And then one day in a recital, bro, I did so good. Everyone's clapping and shit. I walk off the stage. I'm like crying, bro. I'm like, "Yo, this shit is beautiful, gang." You know what I'm saying? And like, I stopped going to it because I started playing sports and shit. But like, I never forgot that moment. I always was like, yo, I want to be a producer. I want to be a producer. After I started playing sports, I tried it. It didn't really work out for me until later on in my life. But definitely the early stages of like touching instruments. I played trumpet too and
Oh,
some other
real?
random shit.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I did that bit in 6th or 7th grade, but I
You
played
played
that bit
trumpet?
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was I don't know how I did it because it's been so long, bro. But
For real,
that was
man.
my introduction into music for real. Like to know melodies and catch
Right.
beats, and like it was some advantages from it. Now I ain't gonna say
I'm
it wasn't.
telling you, because man, that breath control too that they taught you,
Yeah,
bruh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm talking about one takes. We ain't putting one takes. But that trumpet done gave me some Superman lungs, dog.
On
Yeah.
God, boy.
Nah, real talk, man. But nah, bro, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you say when you mention your parents, bro, I seen that light in you, bro. You know what I mean? Like you can tell the impact. You know what I mean? That's why I say
Right.
this is what everything's about, bro. You know what I mean? Even after the fact, you know what I mean? It's like, boy, that impact, it still live on, bro.
For real, 1,000%.
Talk. So before the brand, before the business, who was Doctor Freon, man? We already done dived in, you know what I mean? Early on, you played the instruments. I was right there with you, So I can kind of see where the music kicked in. You feel me?
Right. So before I was really going by Doctor Freon, shit, my name was Sage. EYESAYGE. That's
Yeah.
still my rap name. I'm gonna knock some dust off that soon. You know, I have a new distro deal with the name in '98, so I'm trying to bring '98 through the doors with it. So I'm gonna bring through my old catalog through a distributor and stuff like that because it's not even distributed anymore on all platforms. I still got the ISRC codes and stuff, but I'm gonna bring that back to life and shit. And really, it was just I was just someone trying to figure out where I fit in. I grew up in like the early SoundCloud ages. And like, so I dropped out of high school, bro, with how much I was like going to Miami to perform and like doing random stuff. I wanted to always record music, and like I was just so fascinated with music, you know, because before that I was a fan. I was going to concerts, you know what I'm saying? I seen Odd Future's first tour at Back Booth downtown, you know what I'm saying? I saw like I used to go see the Xavier Wolf shows all the time. Like there was the Sesh Hollow Water Boys tours. Like there's just so much music I went and consumed there, you know what I'm saying? Like and I really loved the shit while I was finding it out on SoundCloud. And fuck it, I got a mic. I had a girlfriend that believed in me. And she bought me a mic one day because she kept hearing how much I wanted to do it. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? I went home and I just started rapping. What? You know what I'm saying? I was always involved in music and creative spaces already around that, you know? So I said, fuck it, let me try it, you know? But I eventually I realized that participating wasn't my biggest strength. You know what I'm saying? And connecting people and creating the platforms really was. So once I took a step back from that, that's when I really tried to rebrand and, you know.
Nah, bro, you said a lot right there. Like you say, man, when you said SoundCloud, bro, I'm like, bro, I remember. I might be telling my age with that, but that SoundClick, bro, and that MySpace music back then. Oh
Yeah.
my god, they were the gems, bro. And one thing about SoundClick, I used to always say, bro, it was never no such thing as tight beats. It was like that producer, you always found a new sound. It was nobody really trying to mimic any artist sounds, and it was just their originality, bro.
Right.
So, when did you realize you wanted to create opportunities instead of waiting for them? You know what I'm saying? Being that you're an A&R and you giving these opportunities.
Shit. Honestly, when I realized the opportunities I wanted weren't being offered like that where I'm at, you know? And instead of complaining about what was missing, like what a lot of people do, I started building what I wished existed.
Well, yeah.
And at first, 90 Entertainment was a passion project along with other passion projects I started or was a part of. And it was really just about like building. It was like an artist's playground, you know what I'm saying? Creative hubs that were part of other networks that was like an artist playground. We just did whatever we thought would be the best for the community or our communities at that time, you know?
Yeah. Nah, for real, bro. So even with that being said, you know, let's talk about the birth of 98 Entertainment, man. Like, let's talk about the vision. You know what I mean? How did 98 Entertainment come to life?
Shit. Honestly, you want the professional story or you want the...
Man, I want the real, the raw, the truth. And, you know what I mean? Lead the professional when you go to Vlad TV or something.
Yeah, that's real. All right, so I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I was going through it at the time, gang. And this is the first time this is being said publicly, bro. Only people who know this is people who like real close. Yeah. So I love that you asked it like that. Because most people just want the cutesy version, bro. Yeah. So like, nah, for real, I was going through it at the time. It was like, I would say around COVID. Definitely around COVID. So prior to COVID beginning, I was like, I basically gave up on music. I can't say gave up. I put a pin in it. I didn't. Right. I was going through a lot of shit. I used to be in a rap group and part of some other shit that I just wasn't fucking with like that no more and shit. And I just didn't have the time for music, working 2 jobs and shit, just hustling, just doing too much. So like, bro, I wasn't making music. And like I used to have this one producer that used to always produce for me. I always wonder what happened to him, bro, because I can't find contact with him. Some dude in Canada, and he used to always produce for some other dude in Jersey. And he used to always say, "Yo, you should link with this dude, you should link with this dude." But nigga, I didn't really give a fuck because I was doing my own thing. Right. And then one day, like he called me, bro, and like this was one of the last times we ever really spoke for real. And he's like, "Yo, you should link with this dude." And I'm like, you know what? You keep telling me link with this dude, bruh. You know, I might just do it, bruh. Flights was dummy cheap because people were scared that COVID was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I bought like a round trip, bro, for like $50 or something like that, bruh. Bro, and this is a gamble. These all people I only know on Twitter. This is back when I used to have Twitter, bro. I used to go crazy on Twitter, bro. You part of some crazy Twitter communities and shit like that. RIP to my old Twitter before they banned my ass. Fucking we I took the flight there. I flew into Philly and then broke him and picked me up because he stayed in South Jersey. I'm taking this straight gamble. Never met dude before at all, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all spoke on Discord and shit. And then when we linked up, I ended up staying at his spot for like a week, and every day, bro, hella artists creating. He introduced like the whole city and shit like that, and that like re-inspired me so heavily, bro. Like so heavily, bro. Like the birth and the creation of 90 Entertainment happened there. Funny enough, in Vineland, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Not even in Orlando. I was in Vineland, New Jersey at the time when the name got created. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, bro.
Bro, you said so much, bro, and it's parallel to mine because, you know, I'm thinking in Atlanta, everything, and I had my run, I had my times, but, bro, ultimately, you know what I mean, it happened back home, really in Miami, though. You know what I mean, where I'm originally from, but I was raised in Orlando, but
right,
it ended up happening full circle there, bro. It's just like I came to Atlanta for something different. I made a bunch of good relationships, and, you know what I mean, a lot of people supported and took a gamble on me, but it's like, ultimately, for me to get into that next door, it happened in Miami. That's crazy.
Right.
That, bro, because it's like you had to take that, because you'll be thinking in your mind like I could pop it off right here. You know, I might. Then it happened somewhere that you wouldn't even thought. That
yeah, the inspiration to change something because, like, bro, I went somewhere because I always thought my area had it bad when it came to like the lack of opportunities and all that. And even though we're such a big area with so many people and all that shit, when I went there, I was like, bruh, I'm spoiled, gang. We got it fucking good in Orlando, gang. I've traveled so many places and I've came back home, and it's just the lack of connection. It's the lack of platforms. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I went there and, like, bro, they have so much less when it comes to shit. And there's just as big as a city with so much shit. And I'm like, bro, what am I complaining for? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going hard enough at home. You know what I'm saying? So like shit, I created that over there and with Buddy, and came home, and eventually, bro, ended up moving out here, and like we was going crazy out here for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? We traveled, built the name, connected the dots between our connections and shit, bro. And even though I'm the sole founder, I definitely give the flowers to a few of my homies that put in a lot with me in the beginning.
Go on and put him out there, man.
My dog Mickey XXY, shout out my twin flame, my dog. Hell yeah, going crazy.
Nah, most definitely, man. You know what I mean?
That's an artist that has trusted the label the whole way, man. Like he transferred his whole catalog to 98. That's the first artist to do that.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
That's hard. Yeah. You talking about somebody down for real? They all the way down in the ground for real.
True.
That's what's up, man. So what was your original mission behind the brand though before that? You know what I mean? Or was it just that moment that just popped you off, and like what was your original plan? Because what you had in your head, it sounded like it just went the other way, but it made it even much more better.
For real, bro. All right, so like originally, gang, like don't get me wrong, like I always wanted to own a label. Like when I was 16 or 15, I was like 16, turning 17, something like that. In between those years, I had got a tattoo on me, bruh. And the tattoo was like a label I created. a label I created, you know, pipe dreams as a child. Yeah, you see everyone else on SoundCloud creating their SoundCloud labels and shit. So like, yeah, I had a whole bunch of people rock it. A few people got it tattooed and shit like that, and whatnot. Cause I was looking up to like Odd Future, 50 Cent going crazy. How he had the water, he had the label, the TV network. The like, bro, that's insane. Going crazy, building everything off a name and a brand. You know what I'm saying? And like at first, the mission for 98 was to be a creative hub like offering opportunities and shit.
Yeah.
And eventually, the passion project of the creative hub turned into a label with some of the opportunities that fell on the table. So at first, honestly, I thought it was going to become more of like focused on the events, which we do a lot of event stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it's really becoming more so like a label with how the structure is ending up, and that's just because I'm letting the snowball roll in the way it's going instead of trying to control it. I used to control it so much before, and I see that that's why I was hit with so much friction because I wasn't just letting things go in the direction they should.
Nah, I feel that, bro.
Yeah, it's became easier to move.
So what when you started 98 Entertainment, you know what I mean, with your label and your brand, you know, what problem were you trying to solve within the industry at the time that you seen?
Let's see. What problem?
Or what you felt like was going on at the time, you know, it was around COVID, you know, and it's always gonna be something going on. Just how
Well, mind you, this the label was it. We became a label about 2 years ago. The Creative Hub, the whole brand, the brand of 98 was created during COVID. We transferred into being a label about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So the COVID time idea and the 2 years ago is different. You know what I'm saying? Whole roadmap, whole 5-year plan, and all that was only made 2 years ago. When we were created and as a creative hub in the beginning, there was no plan, there was no idea. It was just a fuck it. This is what we're doing, bro.
Yeah. Let me turn it. I get that. That's it's gonna turn into something. Now, most definitely. Most definitely.
I had no idea it was gonna turn into something. I just was having fun.
But you know what though, bro? When you love something, for one, like you just said, I'm having fun with this, you know what I mean? So it's like when you put that in the back of your mind, you start really, while you just having fun and doing what you doing, you really start turning into something. You know what I mean? The cook up,
right.
You only gave like 5 or 6 items to cook this recipe with. You know what I mean? So you just like, all right, I did what I do. So when you just start cooking, you like, damn, I done turn onions and some into a steak. You feel me? I ain't even have all the ingredients.
Something I always say is when passion meets purpose, you know what I'm saying? The outcome can only be positive.
Facts, bro. So like, you know, speaking of the early stages, you know what I mean? Like, what would you say was like, you know, some of the biggest challenges, you know what I mean, when you was building 98 Entertainment?
Some of the biggest challenges. Let's see.
Yeah, from the beginning.
From the beginning. Challenges. Resources. Yeah. Building credibility. Those are hard for sure.
Because you start with nothing.
Start with nothing. Nobody want to trust nobody with nothing. And so the resources don't want to trust you, and don't want to trust your credibility. So how you gonna make the resources, and how you gonna get the credibility? You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, the proof of concept, like pretty much that, all in one, bro. Those would be the hardest, you know. At least in my opinion, like those were the biggest challenges. And then once we overcame that, it became a little easier. Granted, I did a handful of stuff before 98 Entertainment, so it was a tad bit easier than
Off your
normal.
yeah.
Yeah, because when we first created the creative hub and stuff like that, prior to that, I'd thrown shows hella and shit, but it was mainly just shows for me and my rap group and shit for a format, or I might help a friend, you know, and whatnot. And I also produced a few cool songs and shit, so I was able to post it on the 98 page, make it look cool, stuff like that. Run around with that, and I was part of like I was curating for like a blog at the time, and on top of curating for the blog, I was working with the platform, helping them do like free promos for artists and shit. So I was talking to artists all day and shit. So like credibility was it just took time to really build, and then once the credibility came, then we were able to get some cool resources, and then built upon that to where I started getting own assets. Man, owning your own shit is the best.
Nah, you said a mouthful in too, but yeah, it's like you say, all that stuff that was done prior was in the background working to only benefit with the end goal. You know what I'm saying? What it was gonna be, because it's like once you just transfer to whatever you transfer to, it's like, oh, I know him. That 98 Entertainment is already face card. Already let you know.
Right.
So, a lot of people can build a business, but building a movement is different. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think has allowed people to connect with the vision?
Authenticity. People can tell when you're genuinely trying to help versus like simply trying to profit type shit.
Man. Nah, for real. That ain't even hard to see, because it's just like a bad actor. You gonna see right through it.
He'd be like, yeah, I think they just want some spread.
Nah, real. It's the ones when they act too good, you know what I mean? You can't even tell the difference, but when you a bad actor, boy, I see right through what you trying to do. Trying too hard. So, what would you say have been the sacrifices, people not seeing behind the scenes, that you will only know, of course?
Shit. So many. But let's just say like, oh, that sun is outside. I wanted to sit by the pool, but too much sun out there. The long drives, like sleepless nights, financial risks for sure, bro. Like failed ideas, missed social events, bro. Like how many times I had to miss some shit I wanted to go to because I had to go miss some shit that I had to go to. You know what I'm saying? And like constant problem solving behind the scenes, bro. You only have so much brain power you could use a day, and a lot of mine is used working, even when I don't want to be, because I always have to work. So, like, I feel like those sacrifices are tolling when they pile up on top of each other consistently.
Nah, that's true,
Definitely
bro.
taxing.
Man, you said, bro, you just keep dropping gems, bro. You only got enough. You only got so much brain power in a day. Real. So you got to think how many people waste their brain cells, bro, not knowing that you really have a lot of potential there. You know what I mean? You got to use it every day to your advantage. Because once you burn that bit out, boy, where you needed it, you can't even use it. You got a brain fog, bro.
You gotta wait till tomorrow for that.
Nah, real talk, man. So, even with artist development, in the industry game, like you work with a variety of artists and creators, like what catches your attention when you discover new talent?
Work ethic. That's one of the biggest ones. Work ethic, communication. And you're saying when I discover them and we are already open to dialogue together, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Because that's important. That's important. So work ethic, like communication, talent definitely gets my attention, but consistency will keep it. If they have good work ethic, and I don't have to chase them down, they communicate well. You know what I'm saying? If there's a problem, they can bring it to the table so we can figure out a solution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they have an idea, like they're able to at least like that's just where communication comes in key. They're at least able to communicate it even at the base level, so we can translate that into something artistic or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? So like that is the ideal artist. Ideal.
Nah, for real, man. So what separates artists from those who succeed, you know, from those who struggle to gain traction?
They treat music like a business, not just a hobby. You know, a lot of people be half stepping that I see around and shit. Like they can be lit sometimes, sometimes not, which that's okay. That it's not every dog's day every day. But like the issue with that is how you take it. You know, if I'm on any show or any event, no matter what it is, and my name or anything like that is attached, I'm gonna take it serious.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I'm the only person doing that. If you know what I'm saying.
Nah, real talk, you say, man, if it's a fly with my face on it, boy. They know and they see that fly, but when I come through, it's gonna be a hurricane, bro.
Yeah,
For
I'm
real.
coming, bro. I'm coming.
You don't want
I'm
somebody to
coming.
pick up the fly and be like, man, you want to see that nigga last time have enough energy, bro. That ain't like,
You know what I'm saying, bro? I may not be jumping around the whole function, but I'm coming trim every time, bro. I might come with a large group, or I might come fly shit. I might come, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all gonna make sense depending on the function and all that. You know what I'm saying? I take it serious. I'm gonna promote it right. I'll make them the video drop. I'll post it. Make sure eyes get on it and shit like that.
That's what you really are what you say you is at that point. We ain't just online with it. When you see real person, this who I am.
Yeah, that's who I am. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? If we had the city, if like let's just say I build the assets to expand on the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The lifestyle for myself and for my artists. You know, because at the end of the day, we are entertainers. Music is entertainment.
Yeah. Real talk, man. So, if an artist had 5 minutes to pitch themselves to you, what would make them stand out?
Shit. Oh, I'm one of those people, bro, where I hate a 5 minute pitch. I do. I do. I'm nobody, bro. Truly, I'm no one, bro. But I for sure would skip on it if I could. But if I had to sit through a 5 minute pitch, I would say, show me your vision, tell me where you're going and how you're actively working towards it. I would be more interested in that than their music. If they only had 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to hear their music. I would want
you got to know the mindset. You feel me?
correct. That's way more important than the music. If I only got 5 minutes of your time, more than half of it is going to be wasted on the music. And I won't even be able to get to know the person or anything like that. So I wouldn't even matter if I heard their music. Their music would have, if they're showing me their music in 5 minutes, bro, they have to have the best music, bro. They better come with something undeniable, bro. They better, bro. They better. And that's just being respectful, bro, because, like, I'm not going to lie to someone and fake the funk, you know? Instead of wasting their time and mine.
Yeah, I want to do that, man. Nah, it sounds like, you know, the inner matters more than the outer. You know what I mean? The soul matters more than the outer. You can do all these charades and make yourself look like something, but your whole inner, if your mindset is dead, it is nothing there.
1,000%, because like at the end of the day, I'm building more so a boutique label. I want to be able to know everybody on the label, I want to know the whole workforce. I want to know everyone that's partnered, all the artists, but you know what I'm saying? I want to know everyone personally. I want them to know me by first name basis. I want to know them by first name basis. I want them to know my family. I want to know their family. You know what I'm saying? Like I want everything to be connected, not just like, hey, quick, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be treated as business, but like that's really what's gonna work the long term. You know what I'm saying?
Man, for real, bro. It's the substance. That's like, bro. seeing the shell of a mansion, right? The mansion is just a shell. When you walk in there, big boy, it look like a whole bando, but it look good on the outside.
Right, right. It looked good on the
On the
outside,
inside,
but
probably went empty. It ain't what it looked like.
right, right.
And that I don't
Right.
like to
I
watch
be
them
thinking
people.
about whenever I build anything, bro. It's like building a castle. Really, it's like building an empire, but you start with the castle. And the
Yeah.
castle, the first thing is the foundation. You start with laying the bricks. Once you build the foundation, you lay the bricks, then you can build the castle all the way up to the roof, and then you continue with the whole area. Then boom, you've built an empire. You know what I'm saying? And that all comes from everyone being on the same page, connected with each other, and all that. Cause shit, man, someone's gonna have to carry the torch. My kids gonna know their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, man. So, what's one thing every artist should understand about the business side of music? You know, from your interactions and you know what I'm saying, from what you see.
Talent opens doors, but business knowledge keeps them open. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real, bro. Like, you ain't even gotta explain that. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? Like, you do good business, the door's gonna stay open. You do bad business, you going up on the closer, bro. You're gonna be like Westo's Mall, ain't nothing there. You feel me? Ain't nothing there. Business is closing. Uh, so one thing that stands out about 98 Entertainment, you know, is the opportunity being created, you know, the connections. Like, why is it important to create platforms for others? You know what I mean? Like, I told you before we got on what my purpose is, you know what I mean, to creating this platform for other people, you know what I mean? So what would 98 Entertainment be, you know what I mean?
Um, why create platforms for others?
Well, you know, we are low key really servicing each other in a way, even with our music. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it's one thing like if we do anything we do, but it's about why you do it and what you do it for. You know what I mean? In a sense, cause like you say, when it ain't real and it ain't authentic, bro, it's more for self. You know what I mean? Than to help or to build these connections.
The the reason why it's funny, actually, it's not even that deep.
Nah,
When
real
I
talk.
really think about it, bruh.
Yeah.
It's like just like some things I just stuck to ever since I learned it or got it. Cause I got the steez from doing the shows when I was real young, but it was like a each one teach one moment. So like that's the reason why I continue to do it, and I don't mind sharing or teaching it. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I came up in the SoundCloud DIY era. Everyone wanted someone else to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? So more people could do the shit. You know, now it's like kind of oversaturated where people are taking advantage of shit or whatever. But it's like that's always gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be another renaissance, like which I feel like we're going into one as of right now. You
Yeah.
know, but you know, times change and shit. Like honestly, because someone gave me opportunities along the way, and the culture grows when people invest in each other, bro. Like
Yeah, real talk, bro. Everybody got some type of, you know what I mean, where they've been invested in or they invested in other people. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. You know what I'm saying? I got some younger folks in my family that make music too. My little sister, she's a photographer.
Yeah.
You know, having the community grow, having the culture grow, especially in the places where I'm at and my people are at, inevitably is always great. You know.
Nah, real talk, bro. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously, we already know the importance of networking, you know, in today's entertainment industry. You know what I mean? As we've been saying the whole episode, bro, it's a connection. You know what I mean? It's a each one teach one thing. You know what I mean? We all pouring into each other. You know what I mean? So, can you share? Well, you kind of did, but you know, if you got another one where you could share a story where one relationship changed everything, like you already said from the foundation of
Right.
that one run in changed the trajectory of, you know what I mean? It gave you exactly what you needed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, there really wasn't one. It was hundreds of small relationships built consistently over time.
Yeah.
But if I had to really pinpoint one other relationship that exponentially helped the growth of 98 Entertainment would have to be my guy Cash Coach in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Shit. At first, he was a client of the services we offered, and eventually, we got on a business call, and came to a mutual agreement where it's like, instead of employing me for our services, we should come to some sort of partnership. The partnership eventually changed into where he's now a pivotal member of 98 Entertainment, a head A&R. You know what I'm saying? Helps me make my moves and shit like that. Helps me come to great decisions and shit. And all around just like great dot connector. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like great connection to have had, and it was important from networking. You know, so like for sure, I would say that.
Nah, that's real, bro.
Shout out my guy Cash Coach, work 420 Entertainment.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Atlanta, man. From Orlando to the A. You feel me?
Yes.
Real talk, man. That's how we come in Florida, Atlanta, and all over, man. We're gonna take it as far as we can take it. You know what I mean? Even if we get to where we feel like we done, we're gonna take it over the cross seas. You know what I mean? It's never ending, bro.
Yo.
It's never ending, bro. So let's talk about what's going on right now, though, man. What's currently happening with Doctor Freon and 98 Entertainment? You know what I mean?
What's currently happening? With Doctor Freon or 98 Entertainment?
Shoot, both, bro. Doctor Freon is 98 Entertainment. You feel? Real talk.
I'm gonna, like I said, brush off some dust, release some music. I'm booked for a few things, so I'm gonna get some new music out there. I'm going on some kind of tour this year. I'll say that. Um, Expanding on events. I have some cool events planned this year.
Yeah.
I got some new artistic development programs I want to roll out. We had a studio that we opened up and ending of last year and shit out here in Orlando. New touring opportunities through some new partnerships, and just building the infrastructure stronger behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm finna make some new beats too. It's been a while since I dropped some shit I produced, or someone dropped some shit that I produced, but I got a lot of songs in the vault that I produced, so.
Oh yeah, it's up, man.
I'm brushing that dust off 100%, boy.
Hey, that's like blowing the Nintendo cartridge, bro. You say,
Right.
bro.
And the game finally cut on. I'm telling you, the game is on, man. I got a controller right now.
But you gotta think, bro. This the time where, like I say, we came up where when you play the game, it wasn't no such thing as turning it off. You lose all your progress, bro. We had to leave it on.
Leave that bitch on. Nigga, I have no save disc, bitch. Come on. There's hella games I beat on the GameCube like that.
That's how we coming, bro. Once we turn it on, we just leave it on and we just keep going. For real.
For real. That's why I had to take a little break, slow down, learn some more, fail some more, expand some more, save some more. You know what I'm saying?
That's normal.
All those things made me, not broke me. So
that's normal,
I'm ready.
Bro. That's a part of the process. But when them times come, though, it's like you say, the consistency and staying dedicated. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. You might have had to take 1 month off. You took 2. But it's like, what did you do at that time? Even if it wasn't nothing associated with that. I mean, you live in life, you learning, you going through things, and that just, it pours it right back into what you, Even as an artist, you know what I mean?
All that's priceless.
Mm-hmm. That's what keep the engine going, bro. For real, you gotta go through something. So, what can supporters expect from the brand moving forward? You know what I mean? Everybody a part of the community.
More events. I'm gonna pick it up on events soon. I've been sparingly doing them, but I'm gonna pick it up again soon. You know, due to some new collaborations and old collaborations, putting everything together with that infrastructure. More artist opportunities for sure. New artists on the roster. I took a break from expanding, because I'm someone where when I expand, a lot of people they're put on a trial period. Most people don't make it past the trial period, and it's nothing personal. It's just you have to mesh with it.
Gotta be on the same page. I
Yeah,
get it.
you gotta mesh with it. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and it's always for the better. Like I said, it's nothing personal. I'm cool with majority of people after, but I'm back on expanding that, trying to get new artists in a few cities and shit like that.
Yeah, that's life though, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like everything don't work for everybody, but it's something that works for you out there. You just gotta figure out what you mix with. You know what I mean?
Right. I know my supporters are gonna love the roster though, how they're all coming together. I'm getting a lot of people to collaborate more behind the scenes and shit. Whenever I start rolling out everything, people are gonna love it. I know the music is gonna be good, everything.
No, that's Coach Freon, man, cooking up them plays. Real talk.
Yeah, man. There's been times before, bro. 'Cause I guess I could say I've had a lot of practice developing other artists, developing things that never got to production and stuff like that because people not standing together and shit. Because I like playing the long game, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, you said,
yeah,
man.
people would want to join a rap group together, only knowing each other a couple months, and then do everything super fast and all that, and it looks cool and all, but you should build it up. I'm the type of person where I will push that back to everything should take 2 years, a year or 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That the album or the tape shouldn't come out in the first year of a rap group coming together. It should take a full year to 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Of us creating stuff for real, to really get that synergy together for a whole project. So maybe a single here or there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I got the label, we became a label officially 2 years ago, and I've released a few singles through the label. You know what I'm saying? This at the end of this is gonna be our third year being a label. You know what I'm saying? Putting all that together, like once we go into the third year, we're gonna be really flooding it because there's the synergy built with the people who've been there long term. I've had the formula, everything put out together. Like before, I used to rush it, bro. I used to want to drop a song all the time. Every time, me myself, I'll drop a song all the time. Man, it's falling on deaf ears, anyways.
Yeah, I get that, bro. It's more so you just making sure you doing it right, the right way, how you know what I'm saying, you supposed to do it. Cause I mean, bro, you just literally look at it like cooking, brother. Long game, bro. You either gonna get that takeout that just, you know what I mean, that's a little fast, or you gonna make it from scratch. You know what I mean? When you make it from
Right.
scratch, you take your time with it, and it's gonna come out the way you want it to. So I'm just trying to
1,000%, man.
real
Hell yeah.
talk,
Let's skip down to rapid fire.
real talk, man. So yeah, dream artist to work with, man.
Dream artists to work with. Now, is this me making a song with them or me working with the artist in any form of entertainment?
It can go both ways, bro. It definitely, yeah. I see where you're
I
going.
like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Open-ended question.
Yeah.
Um, People gonna call me Unc and shit for this, bro. But like 50 Cent, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that is
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the best music moguls that I've studied, bruh, from the things he's been able to do, bruh, like from the music group label, the
G Unit, the
network,
freestyle,
the drink, the music, the
movie.
developing artists, you know what I'm saying? The TV network got the movies in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like has his hand in everything and shit. Like, cause we never spoke about it earlier, but like I've dabbled in a lot of things from like tech to the like 98 has dabbled in a lot of things like from working with tech companies doing things in tech to the
Word.
music to like entertainment for like people doing things for films, stuff like that. So like that's where I drew that inspiration from. So like for sure 50 Cent, bro.
Nah, 50 definitely get that out, bro. You know what I mean? Because you only seen him as an artist, but as soon as he finished that first album, almost to the massacre, he just switched. He went into everything.
Right.
He want
Right.
everything. Like you say,
Right.
he just had to lay the bricks first, bro.
Right.
So favorite city for music culture.
Mm. Now, if we're talking about music culture as a whole, not like our culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If it's just like music culture as a whole, I'd probably say, funny enough, people are gonna hate this answer too. Austin, like I have the most fun in Austin when I go out there for music shit. Like, and a lot of people say there's not much to do out there.
Yeah,
Not with
that's the
South
same
by.
word. Hey, I'm about to
I
just
be
got back
having hella
already.
fun, bro. I be having my way out there in that motherfucker. Like shit, bro. Like the whole city can be turned into a music venue. And then even aside from that, like there's so many businesses that like are interested in your story. They're interested in what you have going on. They're interested in connecting. Like
That's hard.
I've traveled a lot, and there's other places like Atlanta that's also like that, or there's like Miami, kind of like that. Like there's some places that have like that infrastructure of music stuff that's kind of like that, but they're not. I don't know. Austin has been the most receptive to me, at least, where I'm actually connecting with these businesses, exchanging numbers, talking shop, doing promos and stuff like that. And it's like you can go do promos out here in Orlando and other things like that, but
Yeah.
are they gonna play your music in there?
Right. Yeah.
Are they gonna let you come there and let your fans meet you there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked hard on the infrastructure that I built to where I have places out here in Orlando, but that took so much beating around the bush and doing so much to do. I spend a year. I could say I spend collectively, not at once. You know what I'm saying? I spend at least 2 months in Austin, and the 2 months suffices enough to build the connection that I have to do year round in Orlando to get that kind of impact on a business to business level. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk, man. Nah, that's for real. Like you say, it's business. So you doing a whole lot of business. You're not thinking just in the mindset of it's the fact that, I'm the founder of this and you know what I'm saying, being an A&R, it's like you gotta think business mind. It ain't just the artist level. Artists, when they be an artist, most time I just want to be an artist. But it's like you
Right,
incorporating everything in the recipe.
right,
Real.
right, right. When they come like that, Austin definitely the answer.
Yeah. Nah, facts, man. And like that's why I say it was South by Southwest and everything, they be out there and stuff. But yeah, Austin. Texas and whole, bro. If you can get a Texas, you can tour Texas and be. You see all them artists they came from Texas. They don't even really gotta leave, bro. The ones that we remember.
Right. Florida kind of like that too.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, yeah. You ain't lying. So, like I say, bro, what's one word that describes 98 entertainment?
One word that describes 98 entertainment. One word that describes opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Nah, real talk, man. And one thing I can just tell is like when you say opportunity, like, hey, when you sit at the table, you're gonna eat. You gonna eat.
Yeah.
You gonna sit at the table, you're gonna eat, bro. Nah, real
Yep.
talk, man. And like I say, man, what do you want people to most remember about, the brand?
I'm trying to figure out how to encapsulate it in words. Because for lack of better words, I want people to like point to artists, entrepreneurs, and creatives years from now and say that we gave them one of their first opportunities. But it's truly deeper than that. You know, I pride myself in finding talented individuals, whether it is the music, the creativeness, or a knack for the hustle, and like putting them in position to win. You know, because like there's always money to go around and always ways to win. You know, so like I I would say like the impact I want, or at least I hope 98 leaves is something of that sort, of where it's like a change was made, you know, in a positive way.
Real talk, man. And like I say, man, what advice would you give to, aspiring entrepreneurs, this is to them, to build something from the ground up, just from your lessons?
Oh, people gonna hate this answer. Start before you're ready.
Yeah.
You learn more by doing than planning, bruh.
Yeah.
Just
Nah,
jump in the
that's
field,
real.
bruh. You scared, nigga, jump off the porch, man. Go do the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I mean, you gotta think, bro. When they teach you how to swim, they just push you off the dive, boy. Just figure it out.
Swim. You know what I'm saying? So like, honestly, but that don't mean go out there and act a fool now. You know what I'm saying? But
Calculated.
start before you're ready. For sure. It's worth it. Don't overthink it, don't overweight it. Cause you're gonna wait until you a skeleton.
Yeah, cause it's always gonna be some. I'm waiting on this, or that I ain't start yet, cause I ain't got this.
Bruh. That's one of the things holding me back right now with some shit I got going on right now in my career, bruh. Cause I started the stupid ass waiting shit. Once you start waiting, you be like, oh, I gotta wait for this now. Wait for that. Man.
Yeah. But I think we
Just
all
do
done
it,
been there,
bruh.
boy. In a little bit of certain situations, we all done took that, but it's just how long do you let it just hold you? You feel me?
Right.
The duration of it, you know what I mean? It's cool. We human, bro. We gonna have the moments, but it's just how long am I gonna allow it to happen? You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Amen.
So I say, man, any special shout outs you like to give, bro? If you ain't touched on it earlier, any announcements you like to promote, bro, that we ain't probably go over?
I'd say we could just re-go over the shout outs, man. I love my dogs.
Yeah,
Shit.
man. Go ahead and
Shout
fire
out
up.
remember it was on the fly, brother. So I know my dog Cash Coach. Shout out my dog Cash Coach, Work 420. Shout out my dog whoa. I'm gonna restart that.
Yeah, you gotta
Hey,
run it
folks was
back.
told, man. Shout out my dog Mickey XSY. Shout out my dog Cash Coach. Work 420 Entertainment. Shout out my dog Scope 20. Shout out my dog Ears to the Street. Shout out all of SFD Empire. Shout out my little homie Indica Fago. We outside with the Texicans every time we in Texaco. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you should know how it's going. Shout out all of 90 Entertainment, all the homies.
Yeah, I like how them Texans. Yeah, yeah, real talk. Hey man, like I say, bro, definitely was an honor to have you on the platform. You know what I mean? To meet you for the first time, brother. I can already tell the energy how it was. You feel me? Just by getting a preview. You know what I mean? So, they say social media be how it is and stuff, but you can kind of tell the mindset and mentality too with certain people when you just got down and see what's going on. But like I say, bro, it's an honor to have you on here, bro, to give your flowers, you get your gem, each one teach one. We keep the world go round, you know what I mean? It's for the culture, you know what I mean? So we just got to be the example, bro, to show that, you know what I'm saying, people can have these healthy conversations, sit down, ain't no, what I can get out of it, you know what I mean, from you, how can I use you, and whoop and all that, bro. We just gonna keep the ball rolling, so.
Yes, sir. Amen. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for having me and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Cool start to my Taco Tuesday. I'm finna go grab some tacos after this bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And keep it bit rolling.
But last but not least, dog, before I get you out of here, man, when you hear the word underdog, what does it mean to you personally, and how does that word connect to your journey?
Powerful one. On the last one. An underdog is someone who's expected to fail, but you can still hear me, right? My phone's about to die, so I had to plug it in and shit.
Yeah.
And make sure it's charging, because it been not charging. All right, because it been about to die. An underdog is someone who expects to fail type shit, but refuses to accept that prediction. It's somebody who turns disadvantages into motivation type shit. You know, my entire journey from losing my parents young to like building opportunities from scratch, growing 90 Entertainment without like major backing type shit, like has been an underdog story for real. That's why the word resonates with me. It reminds me that where you start doesn't determine where you finish type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk, man. That's the definitions of it right there, man. You know what I mean? All the underdogs out there, man. Like I say, man, it's an honor to have you on here, brother. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna chop it up, bro. You know what I mean? Like I say, we always check in, tap in, reshare everything, bro. You know what I mean? Our network. So we're gonna keep it going, bro. You know what I mean? You've been inducted in the fam. So, you know, definitely go stay tapped in, bro. You know what I mean? And just check in, and like I say, we do our check in, bro. What's going on? What's you know what I'm saying? We watching the motion. So
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you for the invite on the platform, bro. Like I said, like don't be a stranger and shit. Like I'll be in the A all the time, bro. We definitely gonna link up whenever I touch down next time out there.
Nah, most dope, bro. Like I say, man, it's season 9, episode 16, Building the Culture, featuring Doctor Freon, man, founder of 98 Entertainment. You know what I mean? Man, we out of here. Y'all already know.
Frozen, it's cold.
I ain't
Gold mouth rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granted. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened, check, I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause it don't got no curfew. Gold mouth rabbit on my teeth,